Anyone who keeps up with mobile gaming technology knows that Red Magic has quickly become the standard for mobile gaming devices, and with the release of the Red Magic 10S Pro, they're taking it up yet another level. They hooked us up with their newest in a long line of elite mobile gaming devices, so today we're going to be showing you guys every element of the device, along with how it performs in all of your favorite games, so hopefully you guys enjoy. If you want to find out more about the device, you can do so with the link down in the description. Big shout out to Red Magic for sponsoring today's video. We'll go ahead and hop into it. Red Magic is constantly releasing new devices with upgrades over their past iterations, so naturally the first question a lot of people would ask is what makes the Red Magic 10S Pro better than the 10 Pro? The 10 Pro had the first introduction of the Snapdragon Elite processor, but the 10S introduces the newest version of the Elite with faster CPU at 4.47 gigahertz, a GPU at 1200 megahertz, and 40% improved AI performance. They also introduced their improved liquid metal 2.0 cooling, which can result in up to 5 degrees Celsius better cooling temperatures, which would have been nice to test on Warzone Mobile, but unfortunately that's no longer a thing. For those of you who have never seen or played on a Red Magic device before, it has an insane gaming mode with a massive suite of features that allows you to customize your game's performance, things like your FPS and other device metrics. Comes with a built-in set of triggers at the top of the device that can be bound to different keys that have a number of different functions, and tons of other ways to customize your game with things like audio, crosshairs, macros, and other things of that nature. One of my struggles when playing on phone is switching from 6 fingers back to 4, so you'll probably notice that I actually use the top left trigger pretty frequently, as that's the one I have bound to my slide button, and it actually makes slide shooting a lot easier, especially in COD Mobile. Now, obviously, gamers love to know the specs of what they're playing on, but for a lot of you guys, your primary question is probably going to be, how is this device going to impact me playing COD Mobile? The first major upgrade for me playing on the Red Magic 10S Pro is the fact that you can play on 144 FPS, which is actually higher than what I play on my current go-to tablet. The device also has a 2500 hertz instant touch sampling rate, which is basically a really fancy way of saying as soon as you move your finger on the screen, the game will respond instantaneously, which means there's no touch input delay. It also has a 7050 mAh battery, which offers 25% higher energy density than the 9S Pro, which means you can game for longer without having to charge. I didn't do this with all the games that we played, but when we were playing COD Mobile on the Red Magic, I actually directly screen recorded instead of going through my Elgato, because COD Mobile is the only shooter that I would play that can go above 120 FPS, and the Elgato caps gameplay whenever you hook it up to 120. So what you guys are seeing right here is not only 144 FPS COD Mobile gameplay, but 144 FPS while actively screen recording in 144 FPS as well. Obviously, it's no surprise that COD Mobile would run like a dream on the newest Red Magic Pro, especially with it being the sponsor for the most recent CDM event, and one would anticipate the upcoming COD Mobile Super Cup will likely have them involved as well. Red Magic is always going to be a top option for anybody who wants to play COD Mobile at the next level, which is why just about every pro player rocks it. But that's going to wrap things up for our overview of the device. If you guys want to find out more, once again, make sure to check the link in the description. I know a lot of times people have questions about newer devices, so if you want to drop any in the comments down below, I will do my best to answer as many as possible. A lot of people have been asking me to try out Delta Force lately, so I figured this would be kind of a no-brainer game to throw in here, and from the games that I played so far, the game feels absolutely phenomenal. We're on the second highest graphics settings while playing 120 FPS and having very few frame drops below the max. I'm not sure if we've got anti-aliasing on or any of those extra graphics settings, but from what we're rocking with right now, it definitely feels really, really good. I do also get a lot of people asking why I don't play Delta Force, and to be honest, it's a game that I thought that I was going to be playing a lot more whenever it came out, but the thing about the game is I don't love the primary game modes, and for the most part, all the existing game modes, at least as far as warfare go, are basically just kind of different iterations of the same game mode over and over again, and there's not anything that gives you a super different experience in the game from one map, one mode, whatever it is, to another. I think it would be an amazing game, whether it be a battle royale, a 5v5, something else, but I think the entire concept of 12v12, 24 24v24 just has sort of a limitation as far as what you're able to do competition-wise in the game, and it's just not as rewarding when you can't have nearly as big of an impact on the overall outcome of the game. So that's part of the reason why I haven't really messed around with Delta Force as much as I originally thought I would. But as far as the red magic goes, there is absolutely no question this thing can handle anything that Delta Force throws at it. Flawless performance on a really high quality game. Maybe not the best graphics you've ever seen, but given the smoothness of the game and the fluidity of the gameplay, the Red Magic 10S Pro is got to be one of your go-tos if you are a hardcore Delta Force mobile player. Whatever the last device that I tried Genshin Impact on must not have been optimized, because this looks like it is on a completely different level. We got motion blur, max FPS with 60 on right here, and taking a look at our settings. It says it's overclocked right now, but feels like it's running pretty high. I'm gonna throw it up just to highest on everything and see what it feels like. I don't know how quickly we're gonna see it starting to heat up, but as you can see, the graphic quality is absolutely phenomenal. The character rendering looks clean. We're holding the constant 60 FPS right here. Obviously, we haven't been playing for too terribly long, but this looks absolutely beautiful, and I am starting to understand why Genshin Impact kind of became the standard for when people are testing out what a device is fully capable of, especially graphics-wise. I mean, this is insane. This is a mobile game. This is insane. Wow, the water looks amazing as well. This is crazy. Did I just die in the water? I don't think I knew that was a thing. Whoops. I'm gonna fight a couple things right here just to see if we get any drops. Maybe something a little bit bigger. We'll level 3 goober right here. Still holding pretty consistent at 60. Are they guarding a chest right here? Can I take that? How are you still alive? Mind you, I'm not even running on Diablo mode right now. I'm pretty sure I'm just on eco, or rather balanced right here. Now, we could go all the way up to Diablo, which is like maxed out. You're going to heat up, but it's also going to be maximum performance as well. I mean, we're not having any type of issues with any of these fights. I think the lowest we've dropped down to is like 58 FPS, which is no noticeable difference at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, level 6. Let's try something else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first look at Wuthering Waves. This is actually the first time I have ever played this video game, and I can understand why a lot of people end up comparing it to Genshin Impact. Definitely a very similar look, definitely similar style to the gameplay and everything else. I don't think I have it on max graphics yet. I'm just trying to get through a couple fights first. All right, now that I've gotten through that, we can take a look at our settings real quick and see what it's capable of. I've already got it set to high quality. We'll set it to ultra high for graphics. Colors can stay the same. Would like to actually, you know what, no auto FPS. I want to keep it at 60 and just see how long we can hold it. And we'll keep the special effects on high as well. Man, this looks beautiful. This, the fighting style I actually like better than Genshin, if I'm being completely honest. This looks something that I would actually try a little bit more. All right, so we are dropping frames a little bit in the cutscenes, but this looks like a relatively expansive cutscene, so I guess kind of justified. Maybe that's just the natural FPS for the cutscene. They might be capped at 30. Uh-oh, it's going down.
Isn't that Baija?
She about to get sucked into it. Oh, God.
Let me help you activate it.
So I just run over here and then... Woo! Flying! Whoa! This is getting crazy. What the heck? Do I have to fight this dude? Ain't no way. Ain't no way I can beat this dude. Wait. Okay, that's actually good damage. Wait. Ooh. Wait, the fight style of this is so much better than Genshin. This is insane.
And that strange tacit discord is here too.
Ow. No hesitation. Bruh! All right, it took way longer than I expected for us to get through all of those cutscenes. I'm sure if I was actually in the mood to play through a story mode game, this would be absolutely phenomenal. But for the time being, it looks like the device is still running really, really well. We're holding a pretty constant 59, 60 FPS, not having any problems handling it on pretty much max graphics, max FPS. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Red Magic for sponsoring, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Say Red Magic.
Nope.
10.
No.
S.
No.
Pro.
No.